welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm just joking with y'all. Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So something not really strange happened, but something really cool happened today. So I went to Marshall's I was looking for a cargo bag because I have a cargo bag, but I wanted like another green one. Y'all know green is my favorite color. So I walk into Marshall's and I'm just taken by books. And I was like, hold on, Marshall's has books? Like, when did Marshall's start carrying books? And I was literally just so amazed that Marshall's actually had books that I totally forgot what I actually went into Marshall's to get. And then I walked to the back and then there were like more books. So I was looking through the book and I was like, well, let me see if I can find Fourth Wing, because y'all know I have Iron Flame and Onyx Storm, and I'm really trying to complete my Empyrean series because Book Outlet doesn't have it anymore. It was in my cart and now it's out of stock. And I could order it on Amazon, but it was actually cheaper at TJ Maxx. So I went to TJ Maxx. They didn't have it. So it seems like right after my video about like going to TJ Maxx, it literally, there are none left. I went to both TJ Maxx's and they don't even have Fourth Wing. So anyway, so while I'm in Marshall's, I was like, you know what? Well, let me just film. Content is content. So I was like, well, let me just film this. And I'm going to make some content out of this. Even though they did not have like a super huge area, I just decided that I was going to make some content. So it's relatively short content, as you see, because they don't have like an extensive amount of books. So when I get to the front, because I'm getting ready to check out, a lady was like, one of the employees was like, what are you looking for? And I was like, well, I'm just like looking. And I was like, I called my son on FaceTime because he loves Dogman. And he was telling me he had all the books that I was showing him. So after I got off the phone with him, she was like, do you do YouTube? And I was like, yeah, I have a YouTube channel. And then she kind of like looked at me and then she was like, what's your name? And I was like, Eliza. And then she was like, I think I saw one of your videos. And I'm thinking like, little old me. Like my little YouTube channel. Now if I was Shaughnessy, I could literally see someone saying, like, I just saw one of your videos, like, for real. So I was so shocked. I was like, I'm looking at her like, are you sure, girl? Because baby, because I only started this channel like a month ago. So I'm like, I'm not really, I don't know, like, are you sure? And then she was like, what's your name? And I told her my name. And she was like, let me see your YouTube page. And I showed it to her. She was like, oh my gosh, yes. She was like, I just saw one of your videos. And then she went to her YouTube history and then she was like, is this you? And I was like, yes, this is me. And then we just laughed and I was like, oh my gosh, that was so cool, y'all, because literally, my channel, I literally just started my channel like a month and a half ago. And I just would not expect to be out in public. And then they're like, her face looks familiar, like to be recognized. So that actually like felt really good. And I literally really felt inspired more to continue with my channel. So even though sometimes you have like I deal a lot with like that imposter syndrome because I feel like I'm older, and it's like, I feel like I'm not trying to compete with like the younger generation, but it's like I'm a lot older than the YouTubers, than the booktubers that I actually see on YouTube. So I'm kind of like, do I need to really be doing this? You know, people gonna think like, oh, you're too old to be like reading young people books and things like that. But I don't know, that just really inspired me and motivated me to continue to be who I am and continue to create content the way that I want to create content. And that really just inspired me, and just to be myself and authentic. So then her name was Latricia. So girl, if you're seeing this video, I'm shouting you out. Her name is Latricia. We actually exchanged numbers, and she said that if they get some good books that I was looking for back in there, she would totally let me know. Okay, so now I'm going to actually show you what I found in Marshall's. So I found 4 books. So I know, y'all, that I told y'all previously that I was not going to buy any more books in like this Powerless trilogy, but I literally saw this. This was only 12. Can y'all see that? It was only $12.99, and I'm thinking like, okay, let me just get it. So now I'm going to be forced to get all the physical copies of the Powerless trilogy, and I think Lauren Roberts actually just came out with like 2 other books that goes along with this, because I ended up getting this one from BJ's. So if you have a BJ's, they sell books. So I ended up getting this one from BJ's for $12.99, and I picked that up, and this literally just came out, I think, in September. So this literally goes with this, but you have to read the first like 3 books before you can get to the other one. So if you look on the back, see on this one, it only has like the 3: Powerless, Powerful, and Reckless. And then see this one, so now I have to actually see what order they go in. So because on this one you have Powerless, Powerful, Reckless, and then Fearless. So I have to actually go on Amazon and check to see like what order they actually go in. It says Ordinary Born, Padron Gray was prepared for a death sentence, not a proposal. After killing the king, marriage to his son, Kit was the last thing she or the kingdom expected. But with her role as queen, Padron would have the chance to unite Ilya and create a kingdom where ordinaries live alongside elites without fear. So I am going to definitely start this series. So now, I've never really read any of Emily Henry's books, but I see her books a lot, and they're pretty popular. And y'all know how I feel about reading popular books, especially reading books that I see other people reading. I like to read books when people aren't reading them. And this is called Funny Story. And it says, Daphne always loved the way her fiance Peter told their story. How they met on a blustery day, fell in love, and moved back to his lakeside hometown to begin their life together. He really was good at telling it right up until the moment he realized he was actually in love with his childhood best friend, Petra. So this seems like it'll be like really funny. Seems like it's definitely going to be like a really funny satirical romance. So I'm looking forward to reading one of her romances, because I hear a lot of great things about her books. And when I saw this, I just decided to get it. But y'all know that I literally went to the back to see if they had a better copy, and I found one. It's not as good as I want it to be, but this was only $7.99. So I mean, really, you can't beat that. And it's in pretty good condition, but you can definitely tell when you buy books from stores like Marshall's and TJ Maxx, you can definitely tell, like, consumers, we do not respect literature. Like, we just don't. The way some of those books were just like thrown up there, I know customers did that. I used to work in retail, so I can definitely tell customers had done that throughout the day. Non-book lovers do that. So the next book, I've never read any books from this author before as well. This book is called Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. So let me know in the comments if you've read any of these books before. And it says 6 summers to fall in love, 1 moment to fall apart, a weekend to get it right. They say you can never go home again. And for Persephone Fraser, ever since she made the biggest mistake of her life a decade ago, that has felt too true. Instead of spending glittery summers on the lakeshore of her childhood, she stays home in a stylish apartment in the city, keeping everyone at a safe distance from her heart, until she receives the call that sends her racing back to Barry's Bay and into the orbit of Sam Florek, the man she never thought she'd have to live without. For 6 summers, through hazy afternoons on the water and warm summer nights, working in his family's restaurant, Percy and Sam had been inseparable. Eventually, that friendship turned into something more before it fell spectacularly apart. So I definitely would love to read this. Of course, this seems like definitely like a summer mood. So I don't know if I'm going to be reading this for the fall, but we'll see. And then the last one I got is also by Emily Henry. It's called Beach Read. And Latricia told me she actually bought this. So I just decided to pick this one up as well. And of course, it's by Emily Henry. And it says, Augustus Everett is an acclaimed author of literary fiction. January Andrews writes best-selling romance. When she pens A Happily Ever After, he kills off his entire cast. They're polar opposites. In fact, the only thing they have in common is that for the next 3 months, they're living in neighborhood beach houses, broke and bogged down with writer's block. Then one hazy evening, one thing leads to another, and they strike a deal designed to force them out of their creative ruts. Augustus will spend the summer writing something happy. In January, will pen the next great American novel. So this definitely seems like it'd be like an interesting read. So y'all, if y'all have a Marshall's where you all live, I definitely suggest that you go to Marshall's and see what you can find. And let's see, so for this book I paid $6.99. For this one was $5.99, and then I told y'all this one was $7.99, and then Fearless was $12.99. So when I tell y'all, I spent like $36 for like all 4 of these. Wow, don't we just all love books? So anyway, so that's my little short Marshall's haul. And I'm so glad I actually recorded that so I can let you all know if you have a Marshall's in your area, make sure you go check it out. If you stayed to the end of the video, you already know to give me a book emoji in the comments for engagement. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you've read any of these books, let me know which ones you've read, which ones you liked and didn't like. Until next time, thanks for watching, y'all. Bye.